on a good track. Winsong Dancer, probably best backed in it, comes up. She's got 58, but it's a 55.5 limit, we must remind ourselves. Still, it's 58 to carry. Plus with the vest, you know, you're getting up the 59 mark. It's a big weight for a filly that's not all that big. Anyway, she's a racy type, and she'll be hard to hold out. They're all in as Sweet Mover took the outside. Set for the first. Good luck at the Valley today. Off they go. Sweet Mover missed the start about a length or so on the outside. Otherwise, a good dispatch. And Tickle My with Petagina looking for the lead early. Talia is between horses. Rose of Shirley held on to the rail. And now Winsong Dancer eased off this pretty fast pace early. And she's last as they make their way to the bottom turn at the 1200. Petagina leads by a length. The Sweet Mover had improved to second. Over on the inside in third placing, Rose of Shirley. 2 lengths further back is Talia outside Tickle My. And 2 Winsong Dancer as they make their way down the back. And it's Petagina just on a length clear. Sit in the second placing Sweet Mover, and a length and a half to Rose of Shirley. A length behind it is Trelia, followed by Tickle My and Winsong Dancer, easing away from the fence as they're about to make the run to the 800 turn, where it's Petagina in control, leads by 2 lengths to Sweet Mover. About 2.5 Rose of Shirley in third. On its outside is Talia, and now Winsong Dancer has Tickle My behind her as she's about to start a run up the side. Petagina the leader. She hasn't been pressed in the front at the 600. She's about a half clear now to Sweet Mover, who's moving up to put some pressure on her. Talia is third, but not for long, because there's Winsong Dancer in the yellow cap, starting to close on the 2 leaders now as they near the home turn. Petagina on the rails, on its outside Sweet Mover, and called on as Winsong Dancer for her run, a length and a half away. Oh, Rose of Shirley got flattened at the back by Tickle My as they corner. Petagina is being really collared on the outside by Sweet Mover. Winsong Dancer a length away, feeling her weight a little bit. 100 metres to go. She's starting to dig deep, and Tickle My, she's burst through in the middle. Look at Tickle My come from the back, and Tickle My got up and won it. Photo for the martyrs, Winsong Dancer and Petagina. Not much between the two. Clear of Sweet Mover and Talia, and tailed off last was Rose of Shirley. Tickle My, number 6, is the winner of the first on the card, coming from virtually second last around the home turn. A late entry in the race, rising in grade from her first up win in maiden company at Seymour. But she's produced a very fast final 200 metres dash to get the money. 6 Tickle My first, and a photo for the minor end of the prize between Winsong Dancer out wide and Petagina, I think was the other one in that photo. 6 and a photo, 1:38 was the time. At the home turn there, Rose of Shirley got flattened. It was actually the winner that shifted in. She was weakening at the time, but the good thing about it for Tickle My's backers is that she was able to overcome that skirmish in which she was involved to get balanced again and make up about 4 lengths in the run home. Petagina had made all. Sitting her outside was Sweet Mover, and they just got tired in the last little bit of the race. And Tickle My searching for a run about the 100 metres. Luke Nolan rode a patient race, and the gap was always there for him, and she answered very, very well. This nicely named filly by Perugino from Mere Fancy. Off she went, and went on to win by about a length. Here's the minor in. Number 1 on the outside, Winsong Dancer, just snatching third ahead of 2 Petagina. 6-1-2 it is then in the first on the program. Close up was Sweet Mover. And at the time 1:38, last 848.6, 36.9, 25.2 and 13 seconds for the last 200 metres. So it's a $6.70 and $3.30 for the winner, $1.80 for second. No third, of course. Quinella paid $12.50, and the trifecta $93.50 in the first on the card. Exacta $29.70. 6-1-2, race number 1. Second on the card here at Moonee Valley, the first choice handicap of 1,200 metres for the 3-year-old fillies. That's next. We'll be back with that at 1:10
All right, thanks, Greg. It was a good win. Tickle My at 6.73.30. 1 Winsong Dancer 1.80. And third, number 2, Petagina, no third div. Quinella 12.50. Trifecta 6-1 and 2. 93.50 on race 1 at the Valley. As Luke Nolan brings the winner back there at Moonee Valley. And as Greg mentioned in the run too, she didn't need much riding. Once she got into the straight and stretched out, it could be one to follow.
It wasn't a bad win.
To Terry Bailey.
Okay, we're all ready, Chris. First of the day. I'll have a big headwind down the back straight and a very strong tailwind in the stretch. And the gates are back and they're racing. Come On Grace bounded out of the gate quickly near the inside. Cafe, Pompey, Strange and Paramin won away from the fence away quickly. Club Life was bursting through in the centre. He's 4 out going up inside of Cafe Pompeii. Charm Girl next, as Vegas second last, and 3 lengths away to Shoe Shine Man. It was a good tussle for the front. Strange in the centre. Club Life 3 out, and Paramin on the fence restrained as Club Life now finds the front. A length away is Cafe Pompeii, just 3 deep at the moment. 1 back, Charm Girl, Come On Grace as Vegas, and 2 lengths to Shoe Shine Man. Brown had taken the favourite to the front, Club Life, as they go down the back at the 1400. He leads the way with Cafe Pompeii in close attendance, now a clear second. 2 lengths away, Strange, outside of Paramin. 2 lengths, Charm Girl, Come On Grace as Vegas, and 2 lengths to Shoe Shine Man. The old boy is at the tail of the field. Inside the 1200 pole, and Club Life in charge, with Brown now applying the brakes. Leading 3/4 on Cafe Pompeii, and Paramin the back of the speed. Strange is well positioned. 4th the outside, and the mare Come On Grace a further length and a half astern the fence. Charm Girl on her outside. 2 lengths to As Vegas, and Shoe Shine Man on the fence last. Well, virtually no change coming down the side, linking up to the 800 metres mark. It's Club Life in control of the race, leading a neck on Cafe Pompeii. 2 lengths away, Strange, Paramin the fence. 1 back, Charm Girl, Come On Grace in a pocket. Going around them is As Vegas, and still Shoe Shine Man whipped them in. Before the bend, 550 out. Cafe Pompeii's moved up to Club Life. Strange a length and a half away, chasing. Charm Girl wide, Paramin the fence. They were followed by Come On Grace, As Vegas the deepest runner, and Shoe Shine Man dies going back to the fence looking for a run. They've reached the 300, and Cafe Pompeii disposed of Club Life pretty quickly. Running on is Paramin. Down the outside is Vegas Strange, and Shoe Shine Man's about to get out, died desperately for a run. On the outside is Vegas, moved up to Cafe Pompeii, then came running on well is Shoe Shine Man, but As Vegas hit the lead. As Vegas, with the drop in the weight today, has been too good for Cafe Pompeii. Shoe Shine Man, no luck, he ran 3rd. Then Strange, Club Life, they were followed by well back Paramin, Charm Girl, and Come On Grace last in.
Okay, As Vegas, it's a few hard luck stories in that race, but As Vegas got the clear run down the outside and has got the prize. And a good tip there from Terry Bailey, starting the day well at $8 and $2.30 over Cafe Pompeii, which sprinted away, looked like it had it won, and the unlucky Shoe Shine Man, who, with a bit of luck, I think, might have just about got the prize, Rodney.
And I think horse just finished behind them. Strange was in a bit of bother too near the line. It was only...
Racing now. Nautica missed it a length on the inside. Tina's Debut settles towards the tail end, and plenty of pace early. Manor High Miss and Raging Love. They're leading from Rowan Bell, and getting up along the inside now is Nautica driving through on the fence. Comedy Quarters there too. A line of 5 across the track. In behind them then is Bella Vita. Tina's Debut getting up along the inside, followed by Spine Tingler and With Passion last at the turn at the 800. And after a slightly slow beginning, Nautica had railed through and led Comedy Court. Rowan Bell trapped 3 wide in the pink colours. A length and a half, Tina's Debut on the rail. Manor High Misses in the centre, and Raging Love out wide. Then came Bella Vita, who'll have to sweep around the outside of them. The gap in the field of 3 lengths away to With Passion and Spine Tingler. Nautica leads before the turn. Ahead in front from Comedy Court. Raging Love hard ridden. Manor High Miss travelling okay just behind them. Bella Vita sweeping out wide and still running on. As they corner, Bella Vita's raced up to Comedy Court. Nautica's beaten. Manor High Misses in the clear, then Raging Love. Comedy Court round the turn in front of Bella Vita, who's under the whip and battling a bit, and Comedy Court slipped 2 in front. Comedy Court for Baster opening right up, coming clear, and Comedy Court will win it by about 3 lengths on the line to Bella Vita. Manor High Miss 3rd ahead of Spine Tingler, who ran on well. Nautica next, and then With Passion, who also made some ground. Next, Raging Love. Tina's Debut's finished well back, and Rowan Bell after a hard run last in. Comedy Court number 2, ridden by Stephen Baster, ran the 1200 metres out very, very strongly to take out the prize. She ran second to Tina's Debut at Sandown last time out when they took the blinkers off her, and at a second run without the gears, she really did open up in the last couple of hundred to score a very impressive win. Number 2, the winner, Comedy Court, Stephen Baster and Peter Hayes. Second place in going to number 9, Bella Vita, who loomed up, but she died on a run about 100 metres from home. She's battled on in the second placing, really, and Manor High Miss number 3 is 3rd. It was travelling very well coming around the home turn, but couldn't pick up the 2 horses in front of her when they got into the clear But very impressive victory there to Comedy Court. Rory's Jester from Rain Imperial, Peter Hayes and Stephen Baster combining there. Good solid winner, filly who's racing very, very consistently. 2, 9 and 3. Race time was 1:10.7, a pretty quick gallop. Next on the card.
Dapper made a lunge at the gate, so too Crimson Pilot. They're off. And King of Acapulco was a bit flat-footed at the start. He was last on settling, and Prince of Sports bounded out of the gate and went straight to the front from Festive Night, Irish Dapper. And Valley Warrior quickly whizzing around them, moving to second. Subtle a length away fifth from King of Acapulco. Pirates Yarn and on the fence, Crimson Pilot last of all. Prince of Sports in charge. Brown keeps him at an even tempo, leading Valley Warrior by a neck, and Festive Night 2 away third. Subtle 3 deep moving up on the outside from Irish Dapper, King of Acapulco, Pirates Yarn, and 2 lengths away last Crimson Pilot as they race to the home bend at the 450, and the favourite Prince of Sports in charge. 3/4 Valley Warrior, who's momentarily off the bit chasing. Festive Night comes out wide. Subtle outside of him from Irish Dapper, and King of Acapulco heads the others. At the 300 metres mark, Prince of Sports wobbling under pressure in front. Irish Dapper's got the inside run to join him. 2 lengths to King of Acapulco. Subtle the outside, but Irish Dapper sprinted. He burst clear now. King of Acapulco's getting out of the gap, and he ran to second, but Irish Dapper in front. Good heady ride gets him home. Irish Dapper nearly 2 lengths, King of Acapulco and Prince of Sports. Subtle wider out from Pirates Yarn. Festive Night didn't come on. Valley Warrior weakened, and Crimson Pilot last all the way. Stand by for the numbers after the running of the second of the day, but Chris Muntz, good heady ride on Irish Dapper, staying on the fence from gate number 2, and the leader, Prince of Sports, has wobbled under pressure coming around the bend, and Irish Dapper's got the run. There was quite a good tip around for him early this morning. He got out late in betting with the bookies on track, but always firm the tote, $7.60, and he's proven much too good for King of Acapulco. He was held up at a vital stage after being slow out of the gate. He's really got this habit of late of missing the kick, but he's run home well. He'll get second, ridden by Len Beasley, and third prize going to Prince of Sports, who'd led up, but he just started to struggle with about 150, 200 metres to go, and Subtle has finished in 4th position. Festive Night was disappointing. He had a lovely run
last Sunday when he got kicked by a horse. He's got a chance to be amongst the winners in town here. But the top pick, Full of Rhythm, the 3-year-old, ridden by Malcolm Pay. He's a grey. He's drawn gate number 1. He's an on-pacer, and he gets to a long trip for the first time. Very impressive win at the night meeting here last time out. He worked at both ends of the race and still won. Malcolm Pay riding in very good form at the moment. Spirit of Hope comes up in a line down from the Ballarat Cup at its last start. Now, Reindeer Rock standing up on the outside. Night Quest has joined them, so we're set to go. Farazet has taken the outside. Favourite drawn 1. Full of Rhythm down on the inside. And away they go. And the starter sent them away pretty well. Beauty was actually one of the first out from Dream Lord, and away quickly Irish Bulldog on the outside. Spirit of Hope is prominent. Full of Rhythm is kicking up along the inside. The grey trying to retain the lead. And just off them is New Kingston. Now Spirit of Hope on the outside of Full of Rhythm. They're the leaders coming to the turn the first time. Irish Bulldog is third with the mouth wide open. Beauty slotted in nicely on the fence. Cosrose is going forward wide out. And Dream Lord in the blue and gold is deep, is still easing back now. In behind them is Lucky Striker over on the inside of New Kingston. 2 lengths to Kittlewick moving up outside Night Quest. Alframati is third last. Behind it Farazat, and Reindeer Rock is last of all. At the post a lap to run. Full of Rhythm in front, a neck clear to Cosrose. Dream Lord is trapped out. Beauty having a cosy run on the inside behind the leader, and they're followed by Spirit of Hope, who's found himself at a nice place running 5th on the outside. 2 lengths further back is Lucky Striker, followed by Irish Bulldog, and then 2 lengths to New Kingston Night Quest. Another 2.5 to Kittlewick and Alframati. Then 2 lengths to Farazat and Reindeer Rock is last of all. Full of Rhythm, the leader up the side. After racing deep, Dream Lord had booted up to second. Beauty following the leader on the fence, and then Cosrose. Lucky Striker sneaking through along the inside. A length and a half further back is Spirit of Hope, and then Night Quest on the rail. Irish Bulldog 3 deep, and New Kingston is in the centre. About 2 lengths to Alframati, Kittlewick, and then Farazat and Reindeer Rock. In the back, and Full of Rhythm out now clear by a length and a half. At the 1,000-metre mark in second placing is Dream Lord, who's done some work early. Beauty is 2 lengths away third. A length and a half to Cosrose fourth, to Lucky Striker. Spirit of Hope next on the outside has had a pretty good run in transit, being followed by Night Quest. Quest, New Kingston, and Irish Bulldog is still out 3 deep. 2 lengths to El Framati, Farazad, Kittlewick at the tail end of the field now with Reindeer Rock up the side and full of rhythm by a length. Dream Lord second, Beauty on the rails, and then Cosrose. Back behind those now, Spirit of Hope has pulled out to make his run, and El Framati came deeper still as they came by the school, and then Lucky Striker, but Full of Rhythm leads. Beauty is off the fence to challenge him now. Full of Rhythm from Beauty. Dream Lord's done it hard. El Framati responding. Night Quest gets up on the inside, and Spirit of Hope is battling away. New Kingston's a long way back as they corner. Full of Rhythm in front of Beauty. A length El Framati. Night Quest on the rail, and the rest are headed then by Spirit of Hope and Lucky Striker, but Full of Rhythm's kicked away again. Into the straight over 2 lengths to Beauty, El Framati, and then Night Quest, but the 3-year-olds going great guns for Malcolm Pay. Full of Rhythm holds them safely at bay. 3 lengths clear, a great battle behind him, but Full of Rhythm bolted in over Beauty. Perhaps second from El Framati, close between them. Fourth was Night
top
Quest.
and not too far off the speed. Zooming round the outside was Cost Magic with a forward move, then Pray Do follow behind, then the fence then. We would have had Battle Cindy's back worse than midfield, dropped the lot, caught a bit wide. No on the favourite, he's back to third last. Behind it was Bet.
Phoenix Park still a little bit round in the girth, but he has trimmed down. Angelic Night Jack, who has trimmed up noticeably after his first up win at Hawkesbury. Both horses are very, very smart. Both, I would imagine, going to the Magic Millions. Angelic Night Jack, a $140,000 yearling, and $85,000 for Phoenix Park. Angelic Night Jack is a half-brother to Endanger and also Pyramid Park, so he's bred to get over a bit more ground, being by a very good European mare. And he's by the great 2-year-old stallion Rory's Jester. On the tote, they're all locked up at 240, and the lights are on. They're set to jump. It's a 2-horse contest in the ring here. Racing, Angelic Night Jack fairly out. Turnpike came out of the gate burning, and he's going to go straight to the front on settling down, but Angelic Night Jack is going to go up and join him and now hit him. Third is Glen Rowan. Phoenix Park fourth, 1 back Strawberry, then came Cocktail Hour. Stylish Crown, Big Balbowski, Bondi Bell, and last of all on the fence, Dinera. It's Angelic Night Jack going quickly. He's got his mouth open, leading the way from Turnpike by 3/4 at the 650. 2 lengths Phoenix Park. He's on the inside getting a beautiful run as they come up towards the home corner. Glen Rowan keeps him company. 2 lengths to Cocktail Hour. They were followed further back by Strawberry, Stylish Crown, Dinera, Big Balbowski, and Bondi Bell. Angelic Night Jack straightens in front of Turnpike, under pressure but chasing. Phoenix Park's got a huge run on the fence and is chiming in very quickly. 2 lengths to Glen Rowan and Cocktail Hour. Phoenix Park given full ball by Beasley, and he dashed to the front at the 150. He raced away from the green, Glen Rowan, then Angelic Night Jack, but Phoenix Park in front. Very, very promising horse, and he's killing them. Phoenix Park wins 2.5 lengths to Glen Rowan. Angelic Night Jack third, and Dinera a great run on debut. Turnpike close up from Big Balbowski, Cocktail Hour. They were followed well back in the field by Strawberry, Stylish Crown, and Bondi Bell last in. Got a beautiful run up on the fence when the leaders shifted ground, and it's only made the winning margin probably a little bit more than it could have been. But he's really revelled clear the last little bit. And Beasley riding hands and heels, and if he doesn't go to the top of the Magic Millions betting now, he'll certainly be the second favourite or third favourite. Phoenix Park, 220 and 120, and he still will improve on that run today. He was carrying a tummy again as he went to the start. There is plenty of scope for improvement. Glen Rowan's run second. He's going to make a good horse later on. Very Green wanted to duck in under pressure in the straight for Corey Brown. Angelic Night Jack, at his first try at the 1100 metres, was found wanting after going very quickly in the early stages. He started to struggle at about the 250 and has lasted to run third from Turnpike. And Dinera, at any old odds, has come roaring home. A filly by Brocco, trained by Jack Denham for Nick Moratis. Her run was outstanding, making up many lengths. The time is 1:3.86, a good run. Last 600 metres, 33.97. And Phoenix Park for Gay Waterhouse and Lenny Beasley return after the victory of them in the third.
Okay, thanks, Terry. Looked pretty good too.
Stall. And he's been backed into favouritism for the race. The John Hawkes prepared 5-year-old. Going in Grombe, returning from a spill. Second pick on Super Tab 1, St. Christoph. You don't get a more consistent horse than he. And $4.90 Blaze the Turf, who also hasn't won a race for some time. She had a very good summer in '98, but she's been in and out of form for one reason or another since. Now, Blaze the Turf is locked away, and we await St. Christoph to move in, and we'll have them right to run in race number 4. Previous race, an impressive win to Full of Rhythm, who's going for a spell now, has been set for the Tasmanian Derby in March and also the South Australian Derby. All in, race 4. 7 running in the first leg of the quaddie on Super Tab at Moonee Valley. All clears through, and they're off. And not a bad start either, with Drummond Chase ridden out the first to appear from Blaze to Turf. Hockney right up there early. Grombe settling just off them with Rancho Sparks, and Krizov easing back, and last is dominating as they made their way to the first turn. And it's Drummond Chase, a narrow lead of it. There's pressure right on. Hockney the outside, Blaze to Turf the rail. 2 Rancho Spark with a drop on the 3 leaders, followed by Grombe. 2 lengths to dominating, and St Krizov will have the last crack at the leading horses. Up the side now, and it's Drummond Chase who's out 3 deep at the moment. Hockney is in the centre, and Blaze to Turf is on the rail. They're the 3 leaders. 2 lengths clear from Grombe in 4th around Rancho Spark, and St Krizov and dominating the last 2 at the 400 now. And Drummond Chase has never stopped working. He's under pressure. Blaze to Turf on the rail travels better. Hockney is 3rd under a little bit of pressure, and Rancho Spark is going for a run on the inside. Then St Krizov, he's weaving his way through the pack, getting to the outside. Rancho Spark got the run on the fence, hit the lead, but St Krizov is after it in a twinkling, dash to the lead. Blaze the Turf can't go on. St Krizov raced to Rancho Spark. He rolled in a little. He drew a half clear though, and St Krizov too good, and he's won it by a head on the line. Double to Basta, beating Rancho Spark. 3 lengths Blaze to Turf. A long break Drummond Chase, followed by Grombe. Hockney weakened very noticeably to finish at the tail with dominating. Gee, he's a good horse in his right race, this one. Number 1, St Krizov, who's been to the races 25 times for 9 wins and 8 seconds. Got a good record here, and that was a lovely ride by Stephen Basta. Number 1 in a photo for the Miners. Number 4's got 2nd, Rancho Spark. Would have been the photo for 1st, of course. 1, 4, and the 3rd number will go to number 6, Blaze the Turf, and the time 1:10.4. Stephen Basta doing his best to give him an easy run in the last little bit of the race, and he's been way too good there under his 58 kilos. Considering Patrick Ferris took the claim, he'd given 6 kilos to the 2nd horse. Just a very good, honest, strong horse. And Basta, as I was about to say, realising there was a lot of speed in the race, allowed him to find his legs, settle at the back of the field, and then he was able to unwind a strong finishing run. Just had to pick and weave his way through the pack a little bit, but around the home turn it was pretty obvious he was the one to beat, and he found the line with great gusto. Hockney disappointing. He's knocked up to finish right at the tail end of the field. 1, 4 and 6 in the first leg of the quaddie race 4. The next is the big fresh handicap. Hoping you are the same. See you at 3:10.
Exactly. 1, 4 and 6 there at the 2. Miss Kent 13, Cup Road 12 and Olympia 19. Others are scratchings. They're starting to get set, so let's take you back for the 4th. Once again, Terry Bailey.
Thank you, Chris. They're moving into line now for the Nescafe Open Handicap. And there's been a good move for Cup Row. She's got a good first up record. She's at $12, but coming in all of the time from that $16, and she will trim down further. Merry Wives, the favourite, very, very skinny $2, was $1.80 a moment ago after opening up at $1.70. Expect it to get out. Vinticello, very firm, $4.60. She's always been around the money. And I've got to admit, I'm surprised with Marty's Magic. I thought she'd be half the quote she is. She's $11 on the tape, and there has been a bit of a tip around for her. She's a Group 2 winner, and she drops 2 kilograms for winning last time and beating similar opposition. So she's got to be a good chance in the race, and her second up record is very good. That's her moving in now. Olympia coming up. Miss Kent to move in. There's 1 out. Shigeru Magic Romp coming up. And we're just about ready. Shigeru Magic Romp moves in. And they're set. They're ready to jump. Should be it. Gates cleared. Cheeky Spy prancing in close. Thank you, Ian. They're already here. Gates are back. Cheeky Spy fairly away. Olympia went back after the start. Marty's Magic away quickly. Shigeru Magic Romp very wide out, and Miss Kent into stride quickly. And going through Cheeky Spy to make a line of 3 and lead. Merry Wives drops in 4th from Capro, Marty's Magic, Vinticello. And 2 lengths away Olympia as they come down the side at the 850. Cheeky Spy, showing all of her natural talent, leads the way, and she burns up on the fence to lead a half length on Shigeru Magic Romp. 2 lengths to Miss Kent, with Cupro getting a lovely smother on the rail from Merry Wives, Marty's Magic, Viticello on the fence, and 2 lengths Olympia as they near the bend at the 500. Cheeky Spy in front of Shigeru Magic Romp by a half length. 2 lengths to Cupro on the inside of Miss Kent. Merry Wives just niggled at coming deep, starting its run from Viticello, Marty's Magic, Olympia. In the straight, 350 out, and Cheeky Spy given full bore, shot clear. She raced 2 lengths clear of Shigeru Magic Romp. Miss Kent, Viticello in the centre, starting to run on well. They've reached the 200. Cheeky Spy in front, Viticello. Now Merry Wives and Marty's Magic screaming down the centre. Merry Wives after Viticello. Viticello in front, holding Merry Wives, and Viticello wins the money. Viticello's won it from Merry Wives, and out deep Marty's Magic. Olympia close up from Mrs. Kent. They were followed by Cheeky Spy, Shigeru Magic Romp, and last in was the well-backed Cupro. Viticello, the winner of the race. Big drop back in weight, backing up on a 7-day backup. Speed early, and she was able to get back and charge home, and she's proven too good for Merry Wives, who dropped the bit coming around the bend and was deep. But she got going again in the straight, and Marty's Magic, after being shuffled well back and coming very wide on the home corner, has flashed home to finish 3rd wide out. So the numbers are 3, 5 and 1, 3, 5 and 1. Viticello, very good mare on her day. She ran a gallant race here last time out to Beauty Bell under the big impost of 60 kilograms, and today dropping to the 56.5. Race run to suit, ideally ridden by Brian York. She's finished too well to score. From Merry Wives, who's failed by a slender margin on the outside, Rod Quinn for John Hawkes, and Marty's Magic deep out running on well, Mitch Newman for Clary Connors. 3, 5 and 1, 460 and 150 Viticello. Merry Wives 130, Marty's Magic 250, and the first and second horses were both well backed. But Viticello proving too good. A 5-year-old chestnut mare by Chime Square out of Magic Zephyr, trained by John Size, formerly with Gary Portelli, and she's only had a few runs now for John. She looked absolutely in terrific order going onto the track, and she's raced up with her, to her good looks, with a very, very strong victory, albeit very narrowly by a head. Second to Merry Wives, 4-year-old chestnut mare, Brief Truce, John Hawkes, Rod Quinn. Just lost the plot coming around the bend. That's where she's lost the race. She seemed to drop the bit, and Quinn had to stoke her up to get her going. She finished it off well, and Marty's Magic, a 4-year-old grey mare by Kenny's Best Pal, Clary Connors and Mitch Newman.
And the divs there, number 3, Viticello.
5. All clears through. Off on the 1,000 metres dash, and Instant Wide Out was one of the first out from Veering, who got away well. The favourite Grey Regent is pushing through to go to the lead now, and Blue Danzig held onto the fence, followed by Gold Gun. At the 800, Blue Danzig got up on the inside to lead Grey Regent. Instant is working hard 3 deep around, Seeking Fun. Down on the inside is Gold Gun, about a length to Veering in the orange colours. Then Stenner well back on the fence from Bangarang Brave. Tyaga is one of the last through the gap, and Dan Inkling. Blue Danzig on the inside, and Grey Regent lead 2.5, Seeking Fun. Then follows Instant, who's losing ground. Around the outside goes Veering from Stenner. Gold Gun, Tyaga still one of the last as they corner. It's Blue Danzig on the inside, a narrow leader from Grey Regent. They kick away 2.5 on Seeking Fun, getting to 3rd, and then Stenner, Veering and Dan Inkling. Blue Danzig in front, down on the inside from Grey Regent, 2 lengths to Seeking Fun, and here's Dan Inkling sprinting down the outside, but Blue Danzig in front. Out after it, Dan Inkling had swapped them out wide and got up and won. Dan Inkling has got up and won it from Blue Danzig. Seeking Fun 3rd, and they're followed by Veering, Stenner. Tyaga made ground to the middle of the field. Grey Regent dropped out from Bangarang Brave. Instant at the tail end with Gold Gun. First start for Mark Minervini. Number 14, Dan Inkling, first up from a spell, has always been able to produce one fresh, and although it's probably better off on softish ground, it's just swamped them on the outside to win. Number 14, Dan Inkling, ridden by Darren Gauci, trained by Mark Minervini, and Mark will be very pleased with that. He's got a great chance of a double coming up later in the day too, with the best horse he says he's ever trained in real time in race 7. Well, this is unwound a terrific burst, Dan Inkling to score. Second going to number 5, Blue Danzig, who'd done all the work out in front, and third